Yo, what up? Thanks for tapping in. It's your boy Callus, 100 Years of Wealth.
You know who it is. It's Mr. Nixon, the one and only. They couldn't clone me.
Good to see you again, man. It's been a minute since we did it.
With Big Familoni.
Yeah.
Famaruski.
So you guys see the same couch, and as you've seen, I posted a couple videos recently, but you see the same couch, but it's a whole different space. And this is just kind of like the first round of how we got the setup. We're going to be twisting it around to get a bigger view of what's going on here, but this is the new studio.
Yeah, you got to pivot.
Yeah.
You got to, be organic. You got to move.
We had to move around. Had
to move her.
But this setup definitely is going to make it to where we can keep the flow going. Yeah. Create that consistency that we want. But what's been up with you, man? How's life been treating you? How's work?
It's good to tap back in. First of all,
for sure.
I don't know if y'all saw, but I've been through this thing once before. Legendary pod.
Mm-hmm.
Great topics, great talk. And I'm back in this thing. It's good to see you as always.
Yeah.
It's been regular. We stay tapped in. Don't think it's
we didn't fall off.
Exactly.
Been LinkedIn kids and all that stuff.
You gotta stay on top of your shizzle. But yeah, what I've been on, man, life's been good. Figuring things out. I'm a young 32, sorting things out.
For sure.
And, as you know, the art game is volatile and ever changing.
Yeah.
So,
just doing that
one day at a time.
Yeah, we were chatting a little bit off camera, and we were like, all right, let's kind of make sure we get this on video. But you were talking about how, kind of like that struggle, or I won't say the struggle, but that middle space between that pure creative, and then the side where it ends up being your source of income, right? And how that becomes challenging, and then it ends up kind of like changing maybe your viewpoint at a certain moment in time, maybe. But what's been up with that? How's that transition been? Or cause you've been self-employed for a long time, so that's not like new for you, but just like maybe the different waves that you've been going through related to that, what you've been thinking.
Yeah, dog. We were talking about it for a minute before we got started, and just to jump back on that, it is a very unique and challenging lifestyle to use your creative thing or your passion to supplant work, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Actually use that to make money and keep things afloat. I think that there's a transition period where you realize how many things you do depend on a job for, the security of knowing your schedule and what's coming in and what's going out or whatever. So acclimated to that, and really just the relationship with art. Art is kind of vague. I'm an illustrator and graphic artist primarily. So those things are very near and dear to me. And, those things keep me centered. It's a whole mantra, lifestyle type thing,
for
right?
sure. I can imagine.
It's
not just your normal job.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about the shit all the time, if I see someone working on drawing, working on art, if I see just creative shit gets me literally gives me chills. I'll be really pumped to work. And that feeling clashed with the need to work, to make money and be on a schedule and sell, and working client-based, project-based, commission-based, freelancing. That shit is it's hit or miss, it's fleeting. 1 minute you could have a slew of clients who are really taking care of you, and you're fucking with them,
Right.
And then it can dry up, not in everybody's not fucking with me, but just you did the work that you did, and they got what they needed, So there's that it becomes multiple jobs, because there's a job of management and a job of marketing yourself and kind of being your own agent in a way of finding the work, and then after finding it, doing the job, and you got to set your price and do this and do that. So that became just this everyday struggle of trying to balance all this shit and kind of keep all these fires lit, and all the while I'm dying to draw.
Dying to just paint. the true core essence of
literally the essence of it. While I'm doing someone's package design or a logo or designing a tattoo or something like that, I'm just like, damn, like, I want to do my shit. I want
Yeah,
to design my hat, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So you know, that shit's an inside fight.
Yeah. So have you? I know the answer to this question to a certain degree, but like, have you worked like in-house at a company where, you know, basically they're giving you directives on, you know, it's like a 9 to 5 basically, and they're like, hey, look, draw this stuff based on my idea or whatever the case is.
Yeah, I've had a single client who I worked with like over the course of a year to basically like visualize his brand. Like he had everything mapped out, had the dimensions and the colorways, down to like the Pantone code, like all that shit, right? It's just he wasn't an artist. He couldn't draw, couldn't, you know, get down in Photoshop and all that. So basically I like became a paintbrush or like a printer for his thought, put the brand together. So in that capacity, I have worked as like a like lead artist for a book publishing company where you know, it was a daily thing like, oh, we need X, Y, to do this. We're putting together a campaign for da. And what I find is common is even when there's a daily directive, there tends to be a kind of like, you're the artist. So like, you know, we know what we want, but like, we're not going to give you the order.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
We're relying on your creative.
Yeah. It's like going to a restaurant and being like, I want something spicy, cheesy, in a bowl, like, you know, blah, blah. But like, I'm not going to tell you what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want tortellini? It's like, nah, like, you do it.
Yeah.
Like, figure out how all that shit works on a plate.
Yeah.
And then maybe when you bring it back, based on your expertise. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, should I make what I like? Or am I trying to like, sometimes you got to do some fucking FBI work on your client. Like, right, what's their aesthetic? Like, what do they like? You know, what's their Instagram and their visual presence? So there's to answer your question, I've done that, and it's its own bag.
Yeah, it's its own thing. Yeah, I can imagine it's an interesting world. I never worked obviously in the art world, not like a professional artist. I've done some work on the streets. Right, I would say.
Right.
No, but
professional in the streets.
Yeah, man, that's cool though. But yeah, dude, fucking. So lately, obviously, I wanted to tap in with you and get your general perspective on, you know, the biggest fall from grace that I've seen. The biggest fall from grace that I've fucking seen in your boy, the Diddler. And I'm not here to like, you know, dance on anyone's like, you know, bad times.
Hey,
but it's
bro,
just it's a topic.
It is, man, and
we gotta speak on it.
I'm a kind person, you feel me? It's not in my heart to want to like put someone under or like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going after
pile on.
But if you're fucking up, you're fucking up. My nigga, like if I'm just observing things for as they are,
for sure.
I just told you it's raining outside. Like, don't get on me because you got what?
Yeah, because I got a podcast and we gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna. Nigga,
it's my responsibility.
He asked me.
Yeah.
It took place.
Yeah.
Hey, you felt the earthquake? Yeah. Tell me what happened. That's what this is, bro.
Yeah, this shit's crazy. Man.
What fucks me up about this is like, this has happened in a sense that like, a famous person who we all have known pretty much for like our life, if not like our adult life, is the story's uncovered that they're evil, right?
For sure.
Bill Cosby.
Diabolical.
Yeah, diabolical shit. Roofing people for years. So like, that isn't unique.
Right.
But I think for me, there's been a growing for like 20 years. Yeah. We've been like, yo, this nigga's weird, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
A growing consensus.
Right. Just kind of blind agreement. Like,
for sure.
Like, this nigga's weird. I mean, Puff Daddy is a weird name.
Yeah. You know.
And we like rocked with it for a long time. Puff Daddy, Puff Diddy. Like, these are weird names.
We allowed him to be his eccentric self, but it's like obviously he crossed into the creepy world.
I think he was there though. I don't think he crossed.
That's how he's been.
We crossed into his creepy world.
Became enlightened. Yeah.
100%.
I feel like, you know, it's obviously really a crazy, you set of circumstances, not only from the sexual, all the crimes related to that shit, but the Tupac shit,
dog, like this.
That shit's crazy.
Because this is so egregious and so like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The implications have ballooned and blown up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bro's been around. He's been a big name and a staple for 30 years.
Right. And you would hear stories.
35 years.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like there's times when Bad Boy and Diddy and whatever actor like up and up, but he's always been around. He's always been present. So like you start thinking, like, what was Bro up to when he wasn't like on the scene? Like, because he was still there. He was
there. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's
buying up all the baby oil in America. Nigga.
What the fuck, dude?
Bro.
I don't understand how you get to the point of being so like what's the word? Like you really believe that you're above the law. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's the drugs. Maybe you're just actually a drug addict because it seems like he was doing a lot of drugs. There's always video of him like drinking alcohol during the day and shit like that. Not to say a brother won't drink a beer during the day or some shit like that,
but we know what we're
doing. Maybe I'm exaggerating because I've seen a lot of videos where he's like fucking cheers and shit like that. But it seemed like he lived a party lifestyle. And from what people are saying, if you have a drug mule, you're doing shit like on a grand scale, or maybe you're trying to provide for the party. I don't know all the details, but it definitely seems bad for your boy. It definitely seems like it's gonna be a wrap.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
My guy. Yeah. I mean, like you said, just above the law, like I allegedly, I'm not gonna snitch on myself, but maybe I speed a little bit. I drive over the speed limit, and have been doing that for a while. You feel me? Like I know what I'm doing. I'm aware, but also I'm not doing it like I got it.
Like egregious.
I'm still looking for the boys though.
Right.
Like I'm not like, oh yeah, these niggas like ready this weather. Like
don't worry. We got them. Like,
you don't got them, my nigga. Like I'm not trying to give advice to a villain.
Yeah.
But like don't ever assume that it's all good and you got it
for sure. And the craziest thing is like, and once again, I'm not trying to give advice to a villain, a felon, or a pedo. Or
exactly. There's so many reasons not to chime in.
Yeah,
like, hey. You should have did this. No, that's wild as fuck.
Yeah, the crazy thought is like, my dude, when you knew you did a bunch of shit, why didn't you do what Russell Simmons did and bounce the fucking Bangkok or Bali and shit? And once again, I'm not supporting like
crazy, we're not like tipping our hat like he got out of there. Like, it's kind of like comparing villains in a movie, like the one that got away. It's like, why didn't you hide the gold?
What was going on in your mind? Yeah. But that's another one.
I think that's what you said. I think he was so set in his ways. Like I said, 35 years, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Of being a mogul.
Being like powerful and being respected and like and the thing is, I think that a lot of times people that aren't wealthy like that, like we don't understand. And you know what? For one, when you're wealthy like that, even if you're not a fucking piece of shit that's like pushing people around, there's power in that because people want to do what you want them to do. They want to fucking, or not. They want to help you out. They want to be there. They want to offer favors and shit when you're wealthy like that, so they could possibly be in the realm of favor, And then if you know how to wield that shit like a fucking sword, and you do it. People will usually fucking kind of move out the way as opposed to go against the grain because it's just like, you can make my life a nightmare after you did some shit to me and I try to fight it in court and then you just fuck me over for the next year or so in court and I'm just like,
I feel like that's like an extreme, but there's even just like the naivete of like being young or just like wet behind the ears when it comes to the music industry or business or anything. So like, you don't know that this is out of pocket. Like it feels out of pocket by nature, but like you're saying, this person could blackball me, could like get me kicked out of Hollywood or out of the music industry, or maybe even have something happen to me because I'm a nobody and I won't even have the means to snitch on them before someone puts some sugar in my gas tank. But also it could just be like, oh, I'm 20, I don't know shit.
Right.
They told me I get this much money for this much work.
Oh, for sure.
I gotta kiss somebody or whatever. And I'm just like, damn, I don't like this, but maybe this is just the hazing period. Maybe this is just for an R&B artist.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then you find out when you're 40, it's like, oh no, he's just molesting people. You're like, I knew, but I didn't know. You feel me? I was just rocking with it because I didn't know that. If I knew that there was an alternative, if I knew I could say something, I would have said something. You know?
I get you on the.
But that like makes the evil more complicated. Because like you're saying, it's like, oh, he could ruin my life. It's like sometimes it's just subtle fuckery, just taking advantage of the fact that you don't know. Omission of truth. Like I just won't tell them that we're not paying them. If you don't ask, then
that's very true. Yeah, and I was thinking from like just the perspective of like a powerful person that, you know, like Diddy for one, but just like, you know, the power that comes with that type of level of wealth, you know? But yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, it's a crazy situation, and it doesn't look like he's gonna get out of it.
Bro, you remember Making the Band?
Oh yeah, I remember.
We watched that, like, we were all there for Making the Band. That was a cultural, we all were participating.
Yeah, there was less media.
Yeah, no.
For sure. And we were watching that shit.
Watch this. I bet you join in without prompt. Dial-on. Bro, that is American, iconic, like, you feel me?
Put it in the Smithsonian.
Yeah, real shit. Like, put that shit on a plaque, on some concrete.
This fucking picture and shit.
You could say that, like, in a crowded subway station somewhere.
For sure.
Without no one seeing. You could just be like, dial-on.
Yeah.
Someone else is gonna chime in. You feel me? That's how relevant, like, how hitting Making the Band was.
Yeah, no, right? It was a big splash.
That shit is so hard to watch now. Have you like watched clips of that? You ever seen like since the Diddler, you know, has been unveiled?
Since then
they've been like, yo, go back and watch the interviews, the clips from the show. It's so fucking cringe, bro. You're watching it and you're like, yo, we were chilling watching.
Yeah.
We were like, oh yeah, like, bro, fucking. Like the cheesecake thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's egregious on its face. But just the way one of the things he was like, I think he was talking to Day 26, which I think was the male R&B group.
Okay.
And he was talking about the music and like the way they needed to like get into the mode.
Yeah.
But the terminology he was using was so reckless.
Oh my God.
He was like, yeah, like, you know, y'all ain't like really getting into it. Like, I need y'all to get naked.
Oh, like, nigga. Nah. Are you serious?
Bro, he's straight face with like Cartier shades on. Like, y'all gotta get naked.
Oh my God.
Y'all right now. Like, and you can't make out, you're like, disrobe? Or do you mean like,
like
metaphorically, pour your heart into, like, you gotta bury your chest on the track.
Yeah, take everything off.
But he's not giving context. He's just like, y'all gotta get, and he's saying it so like,
oh my God, dude. Yo,
I kind of maniacal. And with context now, it's like, bro, was he bold-faced just saying wild shit?
Yeah, he was saying the shit and he knew that. But real talk, I feel similar about, you know, one of the legends in the black community, Michael Jackson, right? When you look back at that through the lens of now, you're like, a grown man.
Still very wish-washed on Michael Jackson.
Really? Are you?
Was there... I might have missed something. Was there some overt evidence? Like, no. And I don't want to discredit anything. I might have just missed it. Like, I know that there was trials and there was children with testimony.
Right.
The kids, they were adults by the time, or like teens or something like that.
And then there was like the housekeeper that said that she found.
So there's like mad people who spoke on the fucked up stuff that he was doing.
There was they did a documentary, and it was like me and my wife were watching that shit, and we were like, this shit looks bad. You know what I mean? It was one of those things because we always do it like this. We're always like, okay, either that person's like a fucking Oscar award-winning actor, or they're fucking telling the truth. You know what I mean? Like, so this kid was basically saying that he had a relationship with Jackson. He was like, I had an apartment over here, and like he's like giving like local air. He's like over here by fucking Palms Middle School. Fucking I was right on the corner from the Taco Bell. Reggie used to work at
that's back in '93. I had my apartment. That's wild.
So it was like it just came off authentic. But once again, I'm not gonna be the one to be like it's 1,000% authentic.
Like I said, I've always been very wish-washy because on one end there's all of this stuff, like very credible, real stuff. People say it happened is real, right? But also, I feel like there have been, or I've heard, I'll speak on my own experience, I've heard some type of like exoneration, that was, things were like twisted.
Okay,
and more
that was like debunked or...
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Each time Michael Jackson comes up in the scope of like, oh yeah, you know, these legends who were like, who fell from grace because they fucking were terrible people. Yeah. I'm like, was Michael Jackson a terrible person? I'm not arguing against it. I'm asking for more clarity.
See, I think that
Diddy is a terrible person.
Oh yeah, it's confirmed.
Bill Cosby is a terrible person.
At least it's confirmed.
Harvey Weinstein is a terrible person.
Right.
Kevin Spacey is a terrible person.
Right.
You know, these are people who, not Harvey Weinstein, you know, nobody cares about a producer, or a financier, but like Kevin Spacey, like Seven is one of my favorite movies, and his character in that movie is wild. It's super dope. Right. So like, you know, I fucked with Kevin Spacey. And then you find out he's molesting young boys and doing all that weird shit. It's like, oh crazy. My God, bro. Like,
burn in hell.
Yeah. Right. Then that's your natural thing. It's like, that's abhorrent. Like,
there's really no coming back from that. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You can't redeem that. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not asking, was Kevin Spacey really the best? Like, no, clearly.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, I guess with the whole thing with the Michael Jackson thing, it's like, there's things that you're never gonna know, and there's always gonna be a little bit of a question of like, was there a financial gain for you? Not you.
Right.
Was there a financial gain?
I was getting.
Was there a financial gain, or was there something really there? I think the thing that like outside of that, whether those people are authentic or not, when I look at an adult male spending so much time with children, I feel like we were low key. We gave him the same pass that we kind of give like. Who were we just talking about? Like Diddy. Like when you look back at that thing, you're like, damn, it looks real eccentric right now.
Oh no, there's a video with him and like when Justin Bieber was like 14, like a little boy, right? He's a little bit older than my son, right?
Yeah.
And he's got him like the way you got your son. He's like, I got Justin Bieber here. You know, he said I got him in my custody.
Yeah,
for 48 hours.
Yeah, like
I was like.
But
as a man, don't you feel sus? Like that's off.
You're not seeing that.
Don't talk like that. You should talk like that,
exactly.
Right? And also, like, read the room, bro. You can see this little white boy is like visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like nervous, laughing, and like swaying. I'm just like, bro. And how was this like this was an MTV something or other like
because back then we were making passes for stars in the sense of like not really like not so much like making passes like that's okay, but making passes for the things that looking back look awkward, like with the Michael Jackson. Any star now that would parade themselves around as like the star of kids,
or like hang their child over a rail.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a 12-year-old. Yeah. You know, it's like you'd be like, hey, my man's. Hey,
I think we've learned our lesson in a sense, like that, like enough is enough. Like
we low key thought he was just different. You know,
facts, we're on your head.
We were a little bit, we're a little bit convinced, but I'm not trying to confirm shit that I don't know.
Right.
But I would say at least that angle, it came off like looking back, it looks creepy as fuck. You know? We're in a different world though.
All the footy that they got of the Diddler. This is damning, bro, and this is just this publicly available stuff that you and I can see. You know they got a case on, bro.
And there's supposedly there's videos of like him with someone that supposedly is higher profile.
Paperwork, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I think I was reading something, and the person within the investigation who's finding all this stuff and who's seen it, they're like, it's shocking. Like you'll be shocked. And I'm like people in media. They're very hyperbolic. They're gonna say something like to grandize it, like make it bigger than it is.
For sure.
But I believe them though, because bro, it's like just the allegation, the just initial allegation is enough. It's just like, damn, bro, he's sick, right?
Yeah.
But then you're getting details like with the freak party, the freak off, the olive oil, the baby oil, the olive oil, the baby oil and the lube, and the IV drip, nigga.
You're that horny?
Fluids?
Like my bro. Yeah, bitch, go over there and get your fluids up.
But yeah, like
get your fluids up.
To what extent though? Because
like
I'm sure that there's a look and feel to things. It has to look. It can't look like a junkie room. So you probably have like a semi decent like
IV
hospital
chair.
bed, like IV
Fuck, dude, it's like a nice. It's kind of nice. You're like, oh shit, that's looking nice.
He's invested, bro.
Yeah. Damn, he's invested in this.
I wouldn't even know what I feel like that to inquire about IV drips, like to get a bag, an IV bag, would like get you put on a list. Like if you or me, we're on Google, like how to get. You're on a watch list.
I need IV bags.
Right.
But
like bulk. I need like.
I need 100 IV bags.
And one of them like blade style fridges that you put the blood pack in. Like I need to keep them fucking
just super sterile fucking Sub-Zero and shit.
You put the fucking big body glove on and grab it like with the tongs. About to rejuvenate some bitches,
yeah. Bring this bitch
back in these hoes.
What movie did I just watch where it was something like that? I don't even want to dive into it because I can't even remember this shit. But I'll bring that back for the next topic. But it was like the theme of the movie was some similar shit to that where they were basically bringing women to an island, fucking putting some shit in their drink. They were passing the fuck out. They were doing all sorts of rough shit to them. Malarkey. What do all the podcasters say when they use the R word? We have to learn all that shit. But yeah, they were doing crazy shit, and it was like the Rich Boys Club type shit, you know. And it's like the shit that like
they do that a lot.
Yeah, I feel like normal guys have a hard time.
Eyes wide shut video.
Yeah, I feel like normal guys have a hard time like looking at that and. I feel like now I don't have a hard time thinking that shit's reality. Before, I'd be the one in a conversation being like, that shit.
It seems far-fetched.
That shit, I'm like.
Well, it's because we've seen some things. You've seen some things. You know, you've been around the block if you're trying to be like, all right.
Yeah, I've seen some shit.
We might have seen someone shooting up or smoking crack on the street. Just like, what? Like, not on the streets, but like, no. On Fairfax and Beverly on the bus stop at like 2 in the afternoon.
Yes.
Someone lining up some crack on their little sandwich.
If you've passed through Skid Row, you've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen all that. We're talking about the surface level shit, never mind our personal experience.
Right.
So, you know, that's the perspective shift is crazy.
For sure. Yeah. So that shit was it was an interesting movie. I don't know what it seemed like they were doing some sort of play on some group because it was like the CEO of some tech shit, like you know all this weird shit or whatever. But sounds like what Diddy was about. You know what I mean? Like servicing his a
bunch of people
sex drive.
Yeah, and also like you were saying about the secret society, that Illuminati type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like the control of the world, but we are secretly like while y'all are asleep, we are somewhere in a dungeon doing
weird
medieval shit.
Yeah.
Right. And you're like, you and I are like, all right, like. Niggas might be ordering escorts and doing some freaky stuff, cocaine.
Right. That's like freaky. That's
all right.
I'll
buy that. You got some money. You have the security of I bought the whole floor in the hotel. I got 4 bitches coming. Me and the home about to run a train. Do your thing, brother.
By all means.
Yeah, legally binding. Everyone's consenting.
Right. Exactly.
Drink your water. Right. It's when the shit gets like elaborate. And freaky, like it's obviously it's sexual, but
Bespoked, fucking elaborate.
Yeah,
sexual adventures.
What the fuck? I came for some Gucci. What is going on in here?
Yeah, dude.
I'm not trying to put nothing on. I'm trying to do what I came to do and what I got.
Yeah.
Niggas like here, put this on. It's like
no. No,
I'm tripping.
Yeah, no, I was watching this.
No open flames in here.
Yeah.
Where the light at?
Yeah.
Put that fire out, nigga. Torches and
yeah. Stop.
Where the clicker at, nigga?
Yeah.
I was tripping in here.
I was watching this one dude, and he had went to and I don't once again you don't know if this story is true, but it seemed like it was true because he was like, I'm not gonna name names, but I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of give you a name that kind of rhymes with the person, and so he's like he went to a white party, a Diddy white party, And he said that like, you know, there was like multiple like rooms to the party where it was like, this is like the entry level. This is like the normal room. This is where most people are just, you know, the normal situation, right? And then you have like the next room where it's like more private. And then the third room is where the video game is going.
To the real level, nigga.
Yeah,
so like the final boss.
Yeah.
It's Diddy at the end of the hall.
Yeah, exactly.
In a pool of fucking Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. Him in a fucking pool of baby oil. It's just fucking
fish. No, it's freaky shit. Fish, a shark, you know, all kinds of shit. Platypus
and shit.
Beavers,
but yeah, so he says that he goes in this back room and he says the host, he doesn't want to say who it is, but you know, he says the eccentric host that's, you know, that likes to dance and shit. He's like, he's back there and he's like, also back there is like, what does he say? He's like, Babitha Banklin, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, and he's like, Auntie, you know what I mean? Like, Auntie's back there.
Oh, Lord.
And he's like, and she's real flirtatious and shit, you know?
Oh, Lord.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? So he's like, yeah, she's rubbing his back, calling him chocolate and this and that. And then next thing you know, like, scene kind of shifts over. Before the scene
shifts.
Is
this a movie?
No, this is fucking a dude that's...
A recollection of a Diddy instance.
Yeah.
Oh
well, I don't know.
Goodness.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it's Diddy, but he went to a Diddy white party, and then these things happened.
Wow.
So you know, he says that everyone back there was like, when he went into that little space with, you know, Auntie and the other people that were in that room, it was like picture that fucking little chest over there, like right here, just coke on it, right? And they turned to him. He's like, many celebrities and shit, like A-list celebrities turned to him. They're like, hey, you know. And when he was kind of like, no, I don't fuck around, you know. They were like, oh, like the fucking record skipped and shit, you know. And they were just like, oh, what?
You just exposed yourself.
Yeah, you know. But he was like,
you gotta drink from the goblet.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, drink, snort this shit, snort this shit. But he was like, he's like, I don't fuck around like that. And then they were like, oh, come on, or he's like, oh no, my stomach's kind of feeling, you know, weird or whatever. And he said though, like when he said that, what's her name? Auntie said that she had something that she can give him, like, and he thought it was like something that like his grandma used to give him when he had like a headache. It was like some old school medicine. It was like a powder you get at the fucking liquor store and shit. I forgot what it's called. What's that?
The apothecary.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, but I forgot the exact name. But you would probably know it if you saw it. But he thought it was that, and he said it turned out to be coke and shit. And he said, but he took it in the mouth because he thought it was a fucking medicine and shit. Right? So he said immediately he had the fucking shits. And next thing you know, he ran to the bathroom, took a major fucking
Can you eat cocaine?
You could drink coke, you could drink speed. You know, not that I've ever done any shit like that, but like you can
get it's in your body, right? Yeah.
You know,
but I just like the nasal passage is a different type of
rush
administration of it as opposed to like ingesting it. It's working its way through your...
Or freebasing it. Like,
right. Inhaling it. Right, yeah, there's all kinds of...
Smoking it, yeah.
We don't know anything about this.
I know nothing.
Big disclaimer.
I'm going to blur out our faces. I was guessing.
We're blurred out now. Actually...
Clown face.
Blurred out, fucking hood on with the bandana. The fucking big boy.
Anyway. Dare symbol and shit, you know?
I'll cook what I thought.
I'm gonna do the fucking robot voice first.
Right.
So yeah, he says that like that happened. So he's in the bathroom. Oh, and he says in the bathroom, this is a house in the fucking Hamptons and shit, and it's like a fucking mega mansion, and the bathroom is like, it's an estate. So the bathroom is like a fucking, it has multiple stalls and shit. You know, it's like prepared for parties and shit. You know. So he's in a stall, and he said, like 3 dudes come in, they're fucking talking, and one of them's like talking about, I'm gonna make that dude.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, oh.
This is such a movie. This is hilarious.
Such a movie, right?
All the exposition is 3 bros, and you're like, man, as soon as Nancy gets out, man, I'm gonna smash, bro.
Yeah, so I don't know if he was talking about him or if he was talking about someone else at the party and shit. So I guess they realize that they're talking loud, and next thing you know, they bang on the door like, hey, is someone in here? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm here taking a shit, you know? And
I wouldn't get hot. Sidebar, don't ask if I'm...
Hey, but he said after the guy knocked, he kind of like tried to open the door to see, like, why are you being so zesty?
Slapping niggas up. Hey, bro.
Turn it.
Hey,
So
my nigga, just assume I'm in. If the door is closed, that's the rule.
how about you don't go peeping?
Yeah,
fucking
it don't
toilets
matter
and
if
shit.
it. Yeah, don't fucking ask if I'm in here.
Yeah. So he
if I have to like speed whack my ass to get out and start fighting you, nigga, I'm gonna be
I'm
hot.
gonna do it. So
Out
he,
of my business.
so he's in there and he's like, he's like closes the door and shit real quick before they come in there, or before the guy comes in. He's like, hey, I'm in here, chill.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, for sure. And then they leave, and then when he goes back out there, he's like sitting in a room. The host is there. The host is real eccentric, talking crazy. Nigga, we run the world, nigga. It's our world, nigga. Nigga, everything is yours, nigga. Like just crazy shit.
He's in the cabal now. They got him.
Exactly. And he was like, and I guess backtrack really quickly. The reason why he was even there was because he says that he does like this service where he is like a middleman to pay an artist, right? Let's say that you're a rapper, you're like, hey, look, I'm performing at fucking this person's party tonight. I only want cash. Mm-hmm. This guy runs a little company that will bring you the cash if you don't want to get a wire or whatever. Mm-hmm. So he's there, he's meeting the artist, but he also raps, you know? And he's like, you know, one of the dudes that's there is like, oh, you rap? Like, I guess they were like, these two dudes were arguing over some BS. He kind of popped in, answered a question, and then, you know, that rich guy fucking overly appreciative of you.
Yeah, you're the fucking guy. Right. I'm going to adopt you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to take you under my wing and shit, you know?
I don't even like you.
Yeah, I said one thing.
I regret helping you.
I regret the day that I met you. Right. So he says that, and the guy asks him like, oh, what do you do? And he's like, oh, like I fucking make music and I do this or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, all right, let me hear you spit. So the nigga spits some fucking private. What's that?
Is he zooted?
What do you mean? Is the guy on drugs or?
What are you saying? He had the shits from eating the coke, but like.
Oh, what are you saying?
Is this from the same story?
Oh yeah, that was the same dude. So he's probably high.
Yeah, I was saying he's probably
he's probably lit. Exactly. You know.
So was his freestyle on point though? Because sometimes. You know, the unbridled freedom, you know, just liquid courage, and cocaine courage.
Hey, maybe it could have been, but I didn't hear it. But he said the guy, he might have snapped on it, but he said the guy liked it, and the guy was like, oh man, I'll sign you and all that type of shit, you know. Mm-hmm. So next thing you know, they're back there in the mix, and that guy's back there too, and the host is talking real wild and real reckless and shit. Yeah. And they're in like a little like you picture like a little room, and the host is going wild over here. Mm-hmm. And okay, so he's back in this room, and he's in that group of people. One of the guys is the dude that he had, rapped to, talking all the hype about, like wanting to sign him or whatever. Mm-hmm. That extra nice rich guy shit, mm-hmm. fake nice shit, you know. I'm gonna take you under my wing.
I like you.
I'm gonna fly to Italy.
Right. But you ever been to Bolivia? I have a bunch of friends there.
So, all right, but the tone changes for whatever reason, and next thing you know, the host is telling one dude to suck one dude's caca, maybe, right? Wow. Like he's like, hey, you suck his, right? And
like aggressively, or like, hey, we're all about to play a game, and we're all like everyone in here is a slave now, like get to suck.
No, like more so like it seemed like this dude is kind of in like must be in like a need position, right? Like, and supposedly he's a known rapper, right? Known like aggressive nigga, hard nigga, you know, and it just seemed like he was on some like I'm gonna manipulate him and see what I can get him to do, you know, and you know how like. If I was fucking with the homie, I might be able to do that for 2 seconds before I'm like, nah, dude, I'm just fucking with you, bro, chill. Not that joke, but like if I was fucking with the homie, if I was acting like, but even then, it's just like, you know,
jump off of this car.
Yeah, like no, I'm fucking with your seatbelt. Yeah, but this fool was like, let me see how far I can take it, right? Supposedly, he took it to the point where, old dude happened to be a white guy. Pulled out the slammer, right? And the dude's like getting like close almost to the fucking tipperino.
This is like watching someone's foot get like cut open or something. This is dreadful.
Sorry to give you these visuals, right?
I'm not even visualizing.
Yeah, okay.
Back, so it's like this is fucking horrendous.
So, but then the dude's like, I'm just fucking with you though. It's like, stop, nigga. I'm just fucking with you, nigga.
You gotta go. You gotta move.
Yeah. You gotta leave at that point.
Leave town.
So
is that still a thing? The niggas still leave town? You gotta leave town.
Yeah, dude. So that was just his story or whatever. And that, you know, he broke the fucking video there, but it was a good story. I don't know how authentic it is, but
one of many, I'm sure, that will come to light.
Oh my god!
As the weeks and months proceed.
I just don't. I really just don't get it, man. I'm like, I can understand like at a young age when you're young and you are like fucking idealistic about your sex desires and shit. You're just like, I want to do this.
Right.
But I feel like naturally, if you have like, you know, like some reasonability within you, you probably naturally progress to like a mono situation. You know, some people.
Access, I think like
that's
with our kids. You
sure.
watch kids push the line. It's like if you get the more room you give them, the more they'll try to get more room. Right. So like with the getting away with evil, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you for 30 years are doing freak offs, having bitches plugged into the IV, every which way, flying them across state lines, marrying teenagers and all kinds of crazy
shit pops up, you
yeah,
pay it off.
Yeah, weird, crazy.
There's 50K.
But think about over the course of decades. Like we're talking, like you can get up to all kinds of crazy shit in a year. Just a year could be like, damn, nigga, you was busy.
Oh yeah,
30?
Sure. 30? And you gotta think about it, there was a long
30
time.
and you've only gotten richer and more powerful. Ciroc, entertainment, music, TV.
You were doing crazy shit in 96, man.
Bro,
you were doing the craziest thing that might have happened in history of.
Bro, yeah, you were at the center of a nationwide. They had everyone's attention, bro. Shit was crazy.
Craziest cold case in the country.
Fucking 18 years later. Oh no.
Right.
This nigga's 24 years later.
Yeah, 24 years later. Crazy.
Oh. This nigga's yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's the wildest.
I can't glue myself from the longevity of evil. Yeah. He's a fucking Batman villain, bro.
Right.
Like how, you know, like when you're watching like the cartoon or the movies and they get to the scene where the bad guy is like he's laid out his shit and it's all evil. It's like all the sick knives and shit they're gonna use to kill you with, and the bombs and the poison and the acid, and then there's like a teddy bear with a dynamite stick, like some freaky shit. Like, this is the Joker. It's crazy, right? Yeah. When I think of like when the FBI, like, you know, they're going through with the flashlight, they're clearing, all right, this room's clear, and they hit the room. Somebody was like, you gotta check this shit out. They open a pantry door. Whoa. Bro. So, but get the fucking CSI. Get the fucking.
Hey, hold on.
Get the specialist up here.
Yeah, right. Stop the whole group. Don't move.
Yeah. Thompson's got a weak stomach. Get him out of here.
Get Thompson out of here.
Get Thompson. Ricky. Right? You got the flashlight gag.
Dude.
Right.
That shit's hilarious, bro.
234. We got over $1,000.
We're gonna need a forklift.
Neatly organized and stacked, labeled by date.
Wow. Dude, that's
sealed.
So crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Sacred,
he had that shit like the dope spot. Like I would have rather something that would have like quelled my interest in like, yo, he had mad bricks. I'd be like, all right, that's Diddy. Like,
respect.
Right? Okay, feel that sounds like some Diddy shit. Like, nah, he had hella baby glass. That's wild, bro.
Wow,
yeah.
Dude. Yeah, you know, like speaking of the
that's
villain,
the fucking.
Yeah, that takes the cake right there.
That takes it.
But yeah, like speaking of villains and shit, it's like I could respect a villain, you know what I mean? Like, but
to an extent,
there's certain things you just can't do within your villainness, and like the sexual crimes, of course. Yeah. You know, obviously anything related to underage. You don't even want to say the words, you know?
Right. You know, there are just certain unspeakable horrors that certain people deserve to just like be like. Slid down a chute straight to the plate.
Just keep sliding.
Like we're not even gonna talk about how much time. Like,
hey, look,
send that nigga.
The court ain't got time for this.
Right, get Thompson out of here. Like Yo, get that nigga. We need judges really animated. Soon as bro walk in with the shackles. Nigga, Gamble, get him the fuck out of here. What's his sentence? I don't give a fuck. Get him out of here.
I'll tell y'all later.
Right, I'll figure that shit out in a couple months.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty
as fuck. On all charges.
Yeah, nah, seriously. But
the jury home.
Do you know the story of the villain? What's his name? Fucking John McAfee.
McAfee.
The fucking antivirus guy.
Yeah, I do. Wasn't he in Tiger King?
I don't think he was in Tiger.
Or he's on some Tiger King shit, right? There was like live in abroad.
I think he died.
He like can't come to the U.S.
No, I'm pretty sure he passed away at this point, but he was.
Yeah.
Like he did some crazy shit where I forgot exactly. Like
he got in with like the cartels or something.
No,
crazy shit, right? Like something crazy.
Yeah, he had a lot of crazy shit going on, but he had done something here where, for whatever reason, he fled and moved to. Was it either Barbados? Mm-hmm. It was some Caribbean country.
With like no extradition and shit.
Yeah, they didn't extradite to America, right? And he went there and he became like, he still had like a shit ton of money, right? Mm-hmm. He had sold the company, but he was still worth millions. Mm-hmm. But he went down there and started living like this fucking type of like eccentric life where he was like super, rolling around fucking, SUVs, got guns, or he's on a boat with guns, shooting guns, got young girls.
Tigers.
Yeah, just doing the most.
Yeah.
And so he's down there and he's like trying to make his fucking like, his presence felt by like funding the local government, giving money to the community. I'm gonna establish this park and just doing shit like that.
He was doing his Pablo shit like, I'm gonna be mayor.
Yeah, even though he didn't.
I'm gonna go legit.
Yeah, even though he wasn't like, fucking doing some sort of illicit trade, for whatever reason, he wanted that type of power and presence and shit, He'd give money to the police out there. And then he lived on a beach. He had like a crib on a beach, and it was a pretty dope crib. And then like he had a neighbor not too far from him. It was like his neighbor, but it's like the property's the way it looked. It was like, you have your house here, and it just seemed like their house was kind of like over there, a lot of land in between where their entry points would be, at least from what I can recall, but it's on Netflix. But he ended up getting in a dispute with his neighbor because he was a wild man and he had fucking dogs running all over the place and shit. And one night, one thing led to another where he ended up fucking shooting his dog, or shooting his, I think that happened first. I think the neighbor shot his dog or something like that, or correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but something happened where the neighbor did something to his dog and he got mad and fucking killed the neighbor. The neighbor ended up dead. And then he denied it, and I forgot what, he was fighting the case, and then he went on the run. This dude was fucking doing all sorts of crazy shit. I think he fucking faked his death and got out of jail in Peru and was dating some girl her dad was like the fucking covered. Dude, it's a crazy story.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a crazy villain story. The only thing about him, it was very dope. It just seemed like some dude that was like rich as fuck. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Yeah. Which you could always kind of like somewhat appreciate. Fucking crazy.
I just wish that what you wanted to do was like, if you're gonna break the law, and like do it kind of like unto yourself, right?
Right.
Like doing drugs is against the law. But that's you. Like, if you want to fuck your body up or whatever, I'm not the one to tell, because, I enjoy smoking and drinking or whatever, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite and tell you not to do what you want to do.
For sure.
But when it comes to, like, harming others, taking from others, you feel me?
Trying to put pressure on other people.
Like when a nigga robbed the bank, and my man.
Nigga robbed the bank, that's you, man. But,
The bank robbed me.
Yeah, the bank always robs me.
Right, so rob that nigga back.
Let me say this. I feel like as an adult, my viewpoint on a lot of things has changed. Because the youthful, rebellion, like I remember like my mom, I had said something to her, this was like a while ago, but it was reflective of my youth and talking about dumb shit, like, just being a little graffiti artist and shit like that, And I was like, yeah, man, we were little criminals, ha ha ha, thinking that, like, in my mind at that young age when I was saying that, like, yeah, we're... Right. And she was like, you don't want to be that. And I'm like, but then later on, as I got older and more mature, I'm just like, Yeah, certain things, it's just like, don't hit the same.
Tight,
Yeah, it's not, and obviously I still respect and understand the fact that at a younger age, a different mind state, everyone goes through their phases at their different times and shit. But like,
be kind to your younger self, right?
Right, exactly. And to the youth of today that are gonna do the current dumb shit that I was doing fucking 20 years ago.
Find yourself,
you know, like it is what it is. You never want to be that person that's like,
bro, we talk about this all the time about writing, where it's like you be on the way back from something, you see a wall or an alley or some shit, you're like, looking primo right there. I'll blast that shit.
Dude, I used to roll around with Kiznans in the car, you know?
Or you know what I'm saying? You about to catch some type of public transit, got a bad one in the back pocket, you're like, do I do it?
Yeah,
you know?
do it. You know? Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to get up so niggas know my name. It's just a fucking,
it's in you.
Rule of the game,
for sure.
Like, you feel me? And you like, when you do it, you're like, look at that shit. Throw it.
Yeah.
Niggas still got it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Put the cap on loud.
Or like a little mean streak, you know? I respect, like, all right, so like, I felt like up until maybe like 3-4 years ago, I still viewed, you know, graffiti and a lot of like, you know, certain aspects of the underworld through like the lens of my youth, you know?
The underworld.
Yeah, you know, but as I've gotten a little bit older, and it's a sharp change, right? Like it wasn't that long ago, right? Like I'm fucking 43 now, but when I compare it to how I felt about things at 38, it's a vast difference. You know what I mean? Like just you know, I think I was still on that tail end of some sort of like youthful rebellion, or not even really trying to rebel, but just more like
you're finding yourself, you're figuring shit out.
You view it differently. Like so when, you know, the towers in downtown LA, right? As a young graffiti artist, I would have died to fucking be on that building and shit. But as like a older adult that lives in the city, I'm like, God damn, man. Like,
you know what's funny is like,
it's cool, but
younger, being motivated or like having to contend with the consequences of your decisions is like not as embarrassing, like because it's new to make your own decisions. So
right.
You know, when the homie hits you like, hey bro, we're gonna we found this spot like in it's like a gated community, but they haven't like filled out the houses yet, so there's no one in there. Hella walls, bro.
Yes.
All of us can get our own.
Go bomb some shit.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, literally split up for an hour, come back.
Come back, take your pictures.
So like at 19 and 20, I was like, bro, say less. Like, man, I'm about to go hit the Walmart, come up, nigga, you know what I'm saying? And I'll meet you at Raul. Let me get the homies out, right?
Yeah.
But now, and what would happen then is you go, the act of stealing paint is like, oh god, like it's way more stressful than just like, I'm gonna go get some paint. Nigga.
Yeah.
When you go do it, it's like, damn, I don't want to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Or then locked up or whatever. So you go through that, then it's like, yo, this shit's heavy. Right. I got like 10 cans.
Yeah.
Right? And you got your bag, and then it's like, all right, how do we actually get there? It's like, well, it's gated, it's closed, and there's security and shit.
Right.
So we gotta like kind of lurk around, but not look sus, and then like find a spot for us all to jump the wall.
Right.
And then we gotta like splinter cell our way like around.
And also make sure you don't break your fucking ankle when you land on the unfinished
right,
side. It's never finished.
You don't know what's on the other side of the wall.
Exactly.
You're just like, hey bro, this isn't even that high.
Let's go.
So we're making a check.
You're like,
shit going wrong, right? So it's like boom, boom, boom. Right? So yeah, you go down. Oh shit, it's deeper in than it was out there. So you go damn near fucking die. Fucking, you got a ill scrape on your arm, fucked up your wrist or whatever.
Yeah, I learned some lessons on that shit.
You know, you get to the spot, it's clean. There's no light. It's like, all right, fuck. Do I use my phone and like blow myself up?
Exactly, right.
So you're like trying to angle yourself to get some fucking natural moonlight, which is great for painting. Start doing your piece. It's all wonky and shit. It's like all slanted because you can't see. You're not going low enough. You feel me? Yada yada yada. Like all of that didn't matter because it's like I'm outside doing good. I'm throwing up my shit. Niggas are gonna see my shit. I got green and pink and orange and yellow. My shit's about to be crazy. I didn't even get a picture. I forgot to take a picture. Yeah. My shit's going crazy. I'm at the young niggas go like, hey bro, you're corn, bro. Like,
exactly. Crazy, right? Yeah, for sure. You get that.
Now, all I think about is like, how am I even getting in that motherfucker? We're on Google, right? Hey, okay, bro. This shit is tight. Right? We should go one day. We should go. So we're sitting like, man, how do we even get in there? That's a deterrent.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
Before you know it, it's like, bro, we ain't getting it.
I've learned to like I used to really fight with myself as I phased out of that shit. So I was just like, nah, go, fuck it. Let's just just sit, just go, And then I would be like, I got business related shit. I'm just like, the what ifs of getting caught up in some bullshit would kind of outweigh the benefits.
Full sprint from the cops. In the sprint is mortifying.
Oh yeah, and when you have kids and shit, it's just
it's
just a whole different level.
Like, yo, babe, like I gotta fucking why?
It just sound like an idiot.
Were you defending our honors? And it's like,
nigga, were you making bread?
Yeah,
were you
slaying? Nigga was on the block. I was defacing property.
So you're saying this is gonna cost us some money?
Right. I was painting my nickname.
Exactly. But I do respect. And not say I disrespect like certain. I don't give a fuck. I understand. Basically, like I as a very older adult was still very involved and understood how just understood that world and still do. And still in connection with that shit. But what I would say is that if you are an adult, like, and you have like, if you're an adult and you're not making money from that. At least for myself, it's harder to justify putting yourself
investing in it.
Yeah, and putting yourself, and putting yourself in positions to where you could possibly hamper your job. Like, what I mean. Like, but if you are a person that's like, you fucking like, Chaka, like merch, like, these art Revoke has kind of like transitioned into a different style of art, but still does graffiti. Mm-hmm. If you're making money. As that and other art forms. You're a muralist now. Yeah, I'm like, fuck, by all means, like, go have fun and shit. Like, I still might be like questionable on certain things that you might paint if you're still painting a lot of illegal shit. Because as like I don't know if you've seen that building over here on Crenshaw and Jefferson, right? It's catty corner from the 99-cent store, right? Mm-hmm. I used to just love to see everything bomb, right? Like as a kid, like, hey, bomb every team, man. But when you're trying to see your community come up, right? And you're just like this building, oh shit, that looks nice. It's gonna be open soon. Yeah. Oh, they did a good job on that shit. Yeah. And then next thing you know, fucking the toyiest crews out just fucking destroy the new like stone wall. I'm like, damn, that boat. And the crazy thing is before the graffiti artist did that shit, which once again, I fucking understand. Before they did that, I had talked to, because I had called the fucking developer on that, or not the developer, the lease sign. I was just hey, what's going on with the project? It seems like it's been taking forever for this shit. It looks like it's almost finished or whatever. He was like, the city's been taking forever to fucking approve the plans, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, this shit got fucking super bombed. So they're probably just waiting now for it to get approved before they clean it and sandblast it.
More money, man.
Yeah, because it's like when it's closed down, taggers feel an entitlement. Like, hey, it's closed down. Right, no one's mad. Like, nah, that's just fucking 10 grand and fucking.
You gotta like, oh man, as a former writer and as an artist, bro. Like, I get you doing your throwaways and you're going out to refine your shit, but like you can tell a lot of this is for the thrill of like doing something real.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like it's doing a disservice to your shit and wherever you're at. Like, I want to leave some shit, even if it's just black paint, you do some shit real quick. As someone comes to be dismayed that their wall's been defaced, I want them to at least for a split second be like, it is kind of cool though.
That shit low key.
Yeah, I gotta paint over this. I don't want a fucking big ass, I don't want a bubble character smoking a joint on the side of my house. But like, yo, that shit is dope. Like,
hey, this nigga did this thing.
Right, did he just do this like last night?
Yeah.
That's kind of tight.
At night?
Yeah.
But see, and that's the thing. It's like, truly, like, I mean, I got like my crew tatted on me and shit, So it's like I'm not, one to be like I'm not anti and shit. I just understand. I just kind of talk about the evolution of like how I feel about shit, and I just like what I was thinking right now is like when you're talking about like the different levels of this shit. Some of the shit looks trash. You can never even be mad at it because pretty much every fucking person, unless you're already artistically inclined before you start doing graffiti, like you dirtball, your shit's gonna come out way better initially. I remember the first tag I fucking did was like down the street from my crib. sorry, it wasn't like government property, bro, and I'm just fucking, fuck the world. It was like someone's fucking backyard wall. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that's a nice wall you got.
But it was like a wall that had such street fucking views. And I just did like a big old fucking tag, and it was just like a big old connect tag. It looked trash. But it felt good to be like, hey,
I got it.
That was my shit.
You're like driving, you're
like, yeah, but you go through those levels, you go through those phases of it, and it's like I can't be mad at what I see out there. It's like as like a person who appreciates it, I see it. I can't it's hard for me to fucking drive. I'm getting better, I'm that person that be driving my. Oh shit! What? That was still right. Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, I had to be better at that shit to not fucking get in fucking accidents and shit over the years, But yeah,
so into the moment. Speaking of how you feel about things that have changed, how do you feel about our Lakers?
Oh, the Lakers, man. You know what, dude? I love basketball and I love the Lakers as a as a nostalgic.
We're in LA. All right.
Yeah,
Are you?
Yeah.
You watching this?
We're in
Los Angeles. Okay. It is Lake Show.
Live and direct.
Cut that bullshit.
Yeah.
No slander in our house.
Yeah.
You understand what the fuck I'm saying?
Yeah,
You feel me? No, we know where we're at. We know where our troubles.
Where we're at.
You know what I mean? I don't need you telling me.
We finally got the Inglewood Clippers out of our fucking hair and shit. They're in their own fucking stadium now.
I know where we need to improve. I don't need you telling me.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna cover that.
We gonna get there.
But this is Lake Show.
All day.
Day.
So me, I'm a purist, right?
Right.
Like I'm a purist.
So it's tough.
Lakers. Yeah,
it's tough for the purists now.
It is because you have a different culture there with LeBron.
Performance game.
Yeah,
and not in the athletic sense, but
right. Yeah, for sure.
Sense.
When you're kind of prioritizing having a father and son situation, that definitely is performative.
We gotta unpack that.
Yeah, we gotta unpack that. But what I would say is that I definitely want to be back where I used to be because it's more fun to watch from the standpoint of like really wanting them to win, whether it's like up and down.
Yeah, I hate that going in negative shit, and I feel like
or being jaded.
It's some LA shit to just be like, man, this shit, it ain't even our year. I'm waiting till next year. It's like, damn, nigga, we can't even enjoy it. Like,
exactly.
Anywhere else, like, who's like, the fucking, who had like the terrible record last season? Was it the Pistons?
Pistons had the worst awful record all year.
There are Pistons fans, I'm sure somewhere. Jersey on.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, bro, we gonna win one.
Yeah, we gonna win this game.
You gotta stand on your team.
See, I feel like the reason why it became easy for me to not watch is because I've always felt like we had a certain culture and our leaders kind of have the same culture of like team first. Even though Kobe was like a great individual player, he was all about the Lakers organization, the team, the brand, respecting the elders, respecting the ones that came before him,
right?
And just kind of respecting the game. And I feel like I'm not gonna say LeBron doesn't respect the game because I would think he does. Maybe he's not as articulate sometimes about it, but I just feel like the things that have rubbed me the wrong way about him have affected how I watch the game when he's playing because. It's like he'll do something cool, and I'm like I don't want to give him too much props because then he's gonna think he's a goat and shit, But it's like then you got to hear all the fucking pundits. He did a layup at 39 years old. Think about it.
Right.
No one has layupped.
It's like that's the unique element is that he's been playing that long, is that old. Yeah. But he's an exemplary athlete. I'm like.
Yeah,
talk about how good he's been good.
For sure. You can't deny a lot of the things that are great about him. I think that it just gets frustrating for once again, a purist, But at the same time, I gotta move on and just kind of not be so caught up in that little shit.
At this point now, he's kind of like, from where I'm sitting, he's like a secret weapon. You don't see him playing important games. He'll probably get some good time on the floor, but from what I've seen most recently, it was like kind of touch and go.
Yeah.
It's like play hard, recover the next game. Like you play a game, miss a game, play 2 games, miss a game, then play real light the next one after that.
For sure.
They're being mindful that this nigga's older.
You got to, or
power through the season.
Right? What they say? Fucking father son Father Time is undefeated. So if you start to get overzealous and not believe that you think you're invincible, you end up.
All right, man.
We'll
go down the roster real quick. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
All right. I don't like Max Christie. I wish that we would have traded him. He doesn't do much for the team, in my personal opinion.
I think of Max Christie is I think he has a good skill set, but he's not ready for the prime time.
All right, I'll take that.
So I'm with you.
I've yet to see the good skill set. Very much like a placeholder type. You feel me? And, you know, I'm gonna put one asterisk on this. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm 5'8". You feel me? I'm not an athlete like that. So, you know, far be it for me to like try and tear down this like professional.
Oh, I don't think you're tearing.
No, I'm just saying I said, I'm gonna talk my shit after this, but you know, I'm very much in tune with the fact that this bro's 21. You feel me?
Yeah,
young
for sure.
Bro, like he's doing his thing. You feel me? Shout out to Max Christie for getting his bag. Pursuing his dreams, playing for the Lakers, putting on for the Lake Show, that purple and gold. You feel me?
For sure.
All of that aside, bro is ass, and like I don't like to watch him play, and I don't feel a synergy. You know,
when he's on the court.
You watch like the primo teams from last season. Something struck a chord with me, like the Wolves, the Mavs, even the God for fucking sake and Celtics. Like seeing niggas really ball with that.
Move that shit around.
Oh my god, that's that shit that gets you.
Yeah,
bro, I hadn't felt like these are other teams.
It's hard to stop,
bro. The Nuggets, bro. Like these niggas are crazy, bro. This nigga going crazy.
And we'll go back to that real quick. On that note, I was just gonna say before I forget that that you know I coach kids, fucking work with Miles and shit and some basketball shit.
Coach my son.
Yeah, you know.
Young Hooper.
Yeah, young nephew. You know, he's a baller. He's one of the strongest on the team for sure, and they definitely appreciate him there because he's definitely. I would say he's the best. There's another kid that's really good and very athletic as well. But Miles is like putting it together.
Yeah, he's tapped in. I think that
he's
sets
really
him
going
apart.
for it.
Really,
but yeah, that's what we need.
That's Sapporo sponsored by.
Hey, we kind of rock with you. Bring that money here, buddy.
I need that chalice though. I need that big stupid
Sapporo. Dude, don't make me fucking
that 40 ounce.
I should have called the fucking I should have ordered some shit.
Hit the Bevmo. Hit him with the drop off.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is that is the main thing that I'm gonna be like. We're starting our season next week. That's the main thing I'm gonna be harping on. Swing that motherfucking ball. And Miles, that game that he played with us, and we lost the game. And then the next week, literally, we played the same team. And I told Miles about the game. I think I was talking to you about it a little bit. But we played the same team, or something about it. But we played the same team, and the game was maybe 5 or 6 points. It was way closer. But the whole game, I was just like, swing it so they would get the ball instead of getting doubled and clammed up and shit, swing that shit. But as you were saying, the team synergy is very important. Yeah. Max Christie, what I like about him is I think he's athletic. I think he has a good shot, but you have to be ready for prime time. I think the dude that the Lakers drafted in the 17th spot above Bronny James, he's ready for prime time. Connect.
Dalton Connect. Connect 4.
Yeah, Connect 4. So he's in the, when he was in the summer league, he was balling. He was confident. He was nailing his shots. There wasn't like a delay. It was put me on a court anywhere, anytime. I will ball out. Show up. Yeah. So I think that he'll come out the gates and do his thing now. All right, continue.
Yeah. AD. What are your fit? How do you feel about AD?
I feel like AD is a very talented player. I think that I think he can be kind of fickle, right? Like throughout a 48-minute game, he could be like dominant for a short stretch and then kind of fall back. And then he might still get 25, he might still get 28, but did he Giannis the game? Did he fucking beast through the game like Giannis,
sets the expectations for him. It's like, we've seen you explode, my nigga.
Right, exactly.
So like, you set your own bar. It's not me. It wasn't like I wished this out of you. Like,
are you gonna force it, or are you
perform, my nigga? Yeah, like in the clutch, like the fourth quarter, bro. You feel me? Y'all niggas was up 24, and now you're up 3.
Right.
And it's looking like they're about to snatch this shit, bro. Yeah. I need you to rev up. I need you to jump in the fucking game.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing.
Hurt yourself,
yeah, dude. but see, like, all right. And
pull a Ja Morant and get in the fucking game.
Like, think about that. Like, you just said Ja Morant. He's like fucking half the dude's size. He's going to... So
they won't even be winning.
What I think that is like personality, and I think it's like poor leadership, right? So like LeBron James, he's been playing with Anthony Davis for the last 7 years, right? I think he could give, or he could tell Anthony Davis, nigga, like go harder, and don't stop going hard. Yeah. Like see, that's the thing. When you consistently bust out 28, it's because, let's say you're busting out 28, but you're not like impacting winning enough, right?
Yeah,
your team isn't like the top team. You're struggling in the 7th seed, right? Mm-hmm. You have like your fucking you have your regulator on, and you're able to hit those, but you're not like busting out 50-point games, going off on niggas like mad.
You're 31 too.
Yeah, like why am I not seeing those blowout games where you're just pissed off? Like,
get on it. Yeah.
Like a Kobe would do, like a James Harden used to do.
His average is great though. 24, 12, 3.
Those are strong numbers, but at the same time, it's like if you're in the 8th seed, I need you to push the envelope. I think it's more about your presence during the game. Like
I definitely agree, and that's coming off the same talking point of Max Christie. Your presence.
For sure.
There's veracity. For sure. There's something going on in the league right now, bro. You gotta be hungry out this motherfucker.
Yeah. I felt like I would have kept what was his name? Something the third. He was with us last year and then he left to New Jersey. He was white balling, black dude. Something Walker the third.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot his first name. Sorry, brother. Hopefully you see this. My bad.
I see where you're at.
Yeah, Ronnie Walker the third, I think it is. Ronnie Walker the third or whatever. But my
thing, it was ball.
Every time he came on the court, he was ball. I was like, did LeBron kind of be like, I don't like?
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's always speculation.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Speculation. You never know.
Your conspiracy hat or whatever.
For sure.
But there's always that locker room politics conspiracy. It's like, man, are y'all back there fucking the good thing up because niggas is showing up and shining, or they're not respecting the hierarchy.
Yeah, he would show up and shine, and he would do crazy shit on the court where it would just be like, why isn't he? I don't want to say he had to be starting, but why isn't he getting a lot more playing time?
Yeah, put bro on the
it seemed really weird. It seemed odd, and that was one of those things where. Like I've heard stories from NBA people where it's like you'll go to a game knowing absolutely you're not gonna play.
Yeah.
Nothing. No matter what,
you're not gonna. That, man.
Don't eat. You can have jeans under that fucking.
I think Jeff T.
You can have.
Shout out to the Jeff T. Bro, that thing is hilarious.
He
was talking about
I
can't remember specifically, but he mentioned one of those games where he was like, yeah, nigga, I knew I wasn't gonna play. He was like, I had like my fit on under the tearaway. It's like, when the game was over,
I already knew.
I was gonna pop the balls off.
Yep, because they're like obligated to get time to certain dudes that are on certain contracts.
Right.
Because the team has spent the money on them and shit like that, Right. So you almost gotta have the higher up.
Gotta sell that jersey, boy.
Yeah, So
it's shit you don't even think about when you're watching the game. Like, there's hella shit involved.
Yeah.
Way beyond just who's better on the court.
For sure.
All right, cool. Keep it running.
All right, keep going.
Jalen Hood, I was looking at his stats. He's new, right?
Jalen Hood?
Yeah. Loki looks like Max Christie a little bit.
Did he play a lot? Oh, Jalen Hood. Let me see.
Yeah.
Was he the dude that was at? I think he was at Duke, right? Yeah, he's like the dude that was
hella new faces too. I think that's what'll get me like not pumped about the season. It's like we need a year to get
and they be changing faces all the time.
Yeah, you can't just run your starters to the ground all season. And, niggas would be dead by the playoffs.
Yeah, well, Jaylen Brown, from what I've seen from him, he's the dude. He's a little
Brown or Jalen Hood?
Jalen Hood. Yeah. He's like a little he's a TikToker. And he's known for dancing on TikTok. And I don't want to use the Z word. But you know, he'll do some he'll get a little jiggy with it. Okay. But from what I've seen, I think he went to Duke, if I'm correct. Okay. I'm pretty sure he went to like a blue school, like either.
We need
Duke.
Miles here right now. He knows
yeah, Duke or Miles will give us all the info. But he's a baller for sure.
Okay, for sure. Like I said, it's hard to get pumped or to want to look forward to it when a fair few of the new roster. Shit, our fucking coach, nigga.
Right.
Like,
oh, yeah, you just.
Nigga, like,
yeah,
I don't know what to expect. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when it's tight? When shit is weird?
Oh, I know.
They fired old boy. They fired Mr. Ham.
I know. I didn't really think he was doing a good job.
A chip. Well, no, the in-season tournament.
Dude, a chip?
That chip was a chip. Nigga, you gonna discredit the chip because it's the first chip?
I'm discrediting it because it was kind of.
It was in the bubble.
No, you're talking about the last year.
Yeah, the end season joint.
Yeah, I'm discrediting that just because I feel like it was orchestrated for LeBron to have some sort of additional accolade.
I mean, everyone got paid, right? Like, doesn't everyone?
Oh yeah, they won
500
grand.
Yeah.
That's dope. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, like when you're looking at it from a hater standpoint, you know, like the
hater shades on.
Yeah, when you put your hater shades on,
we need the fucking animation.
But it was like the way they set up the teams that were playing against each other, it was kind of fucking weird.
It felt rigged.
It felt a little set up. You know what I
mean? I'm biased as fuck. I'm sitting in the winner's corner, like, hey,
we
I'll
won.
Take it, right?
Hey, I'll take it.
And that was the last dub we got too. So I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to that shit. Like, no, that was ours. Like, that was real. It was real. I promise.
Yeah, and see, the thing was, it wasn't even the mid-season tournament. It was like, I think it started in like November.
They came up with it.
It was like all early in the year.
Yeah.
You know,
they was like, more basketball.
Hey,
right?
Ratings. Let's get some ratings. But I think it was interesting, kind of like how the play-in tournament. I think. Yeah. All right, keep it moving.
All right, D-Lo.
I think D-Lo's dope, but
I think D-Lo's good. I think he needs more support. I think when he balls hard and when he's playing, like when he's really playing, to me it looks like he's like by himself. Like it's in a clutch moment in the game where he's got a fucking full court press, like go all the way. You know, really pull some shit out of his hat and like really make it happen. Yeah. As opposed to like being an essential part of like a 3-man system that's just killing it in where he's needed. You feel me? I think he could do that, but I don't think the system's in place for him to like. Yeah. You know, your sniper, your infantry guy, and then your tank guy with the shield. Like you need a guy doing each thing, and I feel like he's one of those guys. But it's always like I gotta just do it all real quick in this moment. Yeah, and he could potentially be like a honed.
Could see
specialist.
I think with D'Lo, and I agree with what you're saying.
I'm gonna tag in Bando too, because him and Bando, I both feel like have more potential than what is being like shown. Not to say that they're not good, they're great, but I think that like given the right play environment, like them niggas can like really be
for
stars.
Sure. I think that the problem, or at least from what I see with D'Lo, is like, you know how like there's certain things where you're like, that's gonna be tough for that to work, right? Like if you looked at a car and the car was beautiful, but then the wheels were like square, you're like, fuck, that ain't gonna work. And with D'Lo, with D'Lo, it's a little bit of like the readiness to showboat early prior to like real success. You know, you could be fucking 8th seed in the West and you're fucking acting like because you hit a 3, you know what I mean? Like you're
just some dangly earrings.
Fucking,
those fucking earrings.
Yeah, you're just a little bit of a lot. But I think that as far as the actual game and shit, I feel like he's too streaky of a shooter to be as good as a Klay Thompson, and he's not good enough. He's not aggressive enough on defense, right? Like he's not a stop on defense.
How's we're aggressive on defense?
Yeah, so like that's what I always say. It's like. If you look at a player, right, and D'Lo's getting maxed the fuck out for what he's getting paid a shit ton of money for what he is, right? He's getting the max of what he could be.
What he could get for his skill set.
Right, for his setup. But on the offensive side, he'll give that shit to you 70% of the time, maybe 65%. He might have like those games where you're like, yeah, that was what we needed. Other
I
times
think that's what like fuels that feeling for me is just like I have seen him like
Right.
more
He's got it.
explosive.
He'll go off and he might do 10 3-pointers in one night, but then he might be completely quiet the other night.
He's doing 18-7.
Yeah. So
what's his salary?
18-7 a year.
7 million, yeah.
Good shit on you. You know, but he's a great basketball, or he's a really good basketball player. I just think that what you need is someone like a Jrue Holiday where you can hit those shots, but also be pressure on.
Did it not make you sick to your stomach watching that? Like you see him throw the towel down, bro.
Yeah,
like he's about to make something happen. I don't even know him, Joker. Nigga, can you get in the fucking game?
Can you make shit happen?
Can you make some shit happen?
Put pressure on the other side.
Fucking what's bro from the Nuggets? The light skinned nigga who
Michael Porter.
No, the nigga who works hand in hand with Joker.
Aaron Gordon.
Fuck.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, bro.
For sure. Ball.
Every time this nigga got his hands on the ball, bro, I'd be like, fuck.
Yep. Coming through.
This nigga's about to do some miraculous, crazy shit. Just like,
he was on when he was playing in the Lakers.
Bro, he was like, putting niggas in their seats, bro.
Yeah,
it's like,
for sure. Fuck, everything was fluid.
And I'm like, I'm not a faithful person. I was like, I have my faith in my boys, bro.
Yeah,
and this nigga was cooking niggas, bro.
God.
Yeah. You got us, right? He was like, no, bro. Yeah. I got that other nigga from the Nuggets.
So it's like that
Jamal Murray.
And what is Jamal Murray getting paid? Like, we can answer that question later, but that's my question. It's like
they kind of threw bro under the bus after the Nuggets, like, you know, faltered.
Because he didn't do that good in the
Minnesota. Because him and Joker, I think, were like them boys. Like,
but in that series, he kind of did falter and he didn't really show up and put that pressure, you know.
But I think your accomplishment should equally looked at when you're looking at your faults, because it's like there's more than just the fact that I didn't perform.
But that's where the greats come in, and that's what makes the greats even greater, because you're like, oh shit, Kobe.
Fucking
delivered. But anyways,
on D-Lo, I feel like the other athletes that we mentioned, there is a certain show up to work like mode they can turn on that gets results, and we saw it in the playoffs. We saw niggas really show, like the West was going crazy. I was just like, wow, who knew?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
The Spurs, nigga, like every Wemby, like these niggas are balling like out of control. So when you come home and you're like, all right, my boy's about to ball, and you see AD like fall and like lay on the center,
you're like, nigga, get
30 seconds. It's like
get your ass.
Good job, Morant just like break his back. Nigga. He landed on his head just now. Nigga. Like, get your ass up.
He landed on his head and rolled it like.
Nigga will do like a fucking crazy ass fucking dunk, and then like the momentum flip him upside down, and will like land on his shoulder and do like a kick spin and shit, and be back on his feet, and he'll get a steal and go back and do it again.
Seriously, and I feel like with AD, it's like. It's almost like a fear thing, you know what I mean?
Bro, like, you were like the same size as LeBron, bro. You need to be like,
nigga, you were bigger than LeBron.
You
like
should be fouling out of games left and right.
Nigga,
you should be in there.
You should just be beast mode.
Massive niggas, bro. Right?
And that's the reason why some things that we'll get on that list. Like
it's when it matters too. It's like, bro, we had the lead. They're catching up. It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
we're up 3. I need you to start space jamming niggas. Bro.
Jamming niggas like the monster team.
I need you to start monster game.
Fucking Giannis onto the fucking like he'll go down the full court.
He starts acting up.
2-3 steps from the fucking 3-point line and just
shit. Jokic, bro.
Yeah.
From the outside, he just starts doing that ugly shot.
Fucking pull that shit back. Or he'll slowly back you down and hit you with some.
Oh shit, he in the pump.
And he gonna give you that third pump and that third like little
the ugly joint too,
super little fucking trigger.
Barely off his feet too, just on the tip. He's like, and then jog off.
You know, or dish it off. Just
coming out.
Luka,
stupid.
Luka,
that bro.
With the slap on you.
The Luka pass highlights. This nigga's like, he's like a spider, bro. He must have like eyes like on different parts of his head, bro. You know, he's he got some handles too, bro. He moves the ball. He's like, some curry handles. You feel me?
Yeah.
Go like muscle memory. Go for this. Eat like they in a nigga face. Eat
for sure.
Crazy pass.
I like him.
I was like, who thinks to do that? Like in that moment, that's just
dude. Yo, him him and Kyrie are very nice to watch.
Oh, and then they got Clay.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. Hey, if Clay is on some revenge shit and he can get his mind back locked the fuck in, that could be a dope thing. He's still
very in the game.
He's very capable, but he had a last like fucking up and down fucking last 2 years or so. Remember he was out for like a whole year. And then when he came back, he had some little spurts where he looked like the old Clay, and then it was like fucking Curry was up there running around by himself almost, you know?
Yeah, but also I feel like we were saying with I can't remember who we were saying, but setting a high standard for talking about AD. You perform well consistently for a long enough period, that's what we expect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what you're paid for.
Clay, y'all was the light-skinned dude. Y'all niggas were crazy. Y'all had this shit on
Splash Bros.
Splash
Bros. There's an expectation. Yeah, and
you said that, and it wasn't like, oh, y'all had those few games. It's like, no, nigga, y'all turned the heat up.
You guys got what, 4 rings? 4 rings.
My nigga, that's crazy. You guys did that right. So, and then the contrast is, it was a duo. Curry's still hooping, bro. So it's glaring to see you not showing up.
You fell off, right?
Bro, we just saw you going nuts. So like, benefit of the doubt, room for injury, blah 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 blah. But like you said, 2 years go by. I said, bro, you gotta get back.
Yeah, because basketball becomes a business. Even fucking.
It could be his headspace of being with Gold State and just kind of. Where
could have got complacent.
Yeah,
maybe
they get older. You've been at a job long enough. You're like, bro, is this where I want to be?
Right.
Like, maybe I want to do something different.
For sure.
New facility, better training. Less eyes on me. Golden State is this fucking superstar team. Maybe
challenge.
Yeah, maybe I need to uplift some slightly younger. Maybe I need to show up with some OG air about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, maybe I'm not showing up to take Kyrie's place or Luka's place or whatever, or Drew or whoever, but more so to facilitate, you know what I'm saying, offer my wisdom and drop a couple buckets on these niggas.
100%, yeah.
The shot gonna shoot.
Like, he's gonna shoot, and I think he clearly has that shot in him. It's really about, are you gonna fucking zen the fuck out and find your way back to that fucking space in your mind where you're
it's
just
that
like,
moment in the movie when the good guy got beat, and he, they start training, covered in blood.
The beat starts going.
The sweat and shit pulling a fucking train.
I'm rooting for him. I'm actually rooting for Dallas, so I fuck with them.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's
outside of Lakers, like I'm fucking with Kyrie. I like Kyrie.
No, my favorite team is Dallas.
I like Luka. Luka's a savage.
He's a savage, and they're an exciting team to watch. That's something last season I thought was so dope. It's like, these niggas are
lively. That young dude, he's a beast. I think Dallas can return back to the Western Conference Finals. They gotta stay injury free. They got at least for a long period of time, and they might need to add one fucking.
I think with Clay and if Luka gets fit. Comes like shot. Like
come out lean. Show me a little lean,
bro. Come out lean and a little bit more burst. Like dude, you're already a savant at the game.
Look,
just tune it up.
Yeah, quote me on this. I said the reason why Dallas can't win right now is because their size doesn't have speed, and their speed doesn't have size, which is Kyrie, and so it's like if
Kyrie can move all day, but if he can't get past their defender,
then exactly, he has to do too much.
He's doing everything.
He has to do so many moves.
You can do anything with the ball, but you're too big to really put it to good work.
Once you get locked down by a Jaylen Brown, like he locked him down,
bro.
He was just like, you're not going.
Bro said it. They had the when they turned the mics on in the game, he was like. It was the second, like the last half of the fourth, like the last 4 minutes, or whatever. And he leaned into the coach. He was like, "If Luke is in, I'm staying in. If he's staying in, I'm staying in."
I seen that.
And I was like, "Oh God, could you imagine that tension of like this nigga's on my head?
He was on him.
I'm tired. We're losing.
He's so athletic.
Yeah, bro.
Get down wide.
That ugly ass nigga, bro.
Yeah,
that nigga ugly as fuck. That nigga hair was driving me crazy.
Yeah, his beard and shit.
The beard the beard looked like one of them like Lego snap-on with the swirling
with the mustache, swirly braids, dude.
The swirling fucking.
He's so
the Uzumaki braids.
Yeah.
With the not tied down. He had the hang time just like Full send off the back.
Yeah, full.
And bro, balling out of control. Like,
balling out of control.
Like, you look crazy.
Yeah, dude. No, he was balling out for sure.
With your big ass head, bro. I got a big head too. You got a big ass head. It's just a
Boston ass
strange choice. Yeah, he was like, yo, we going to the finals, nigga.
Look,
get my shit.
I need that global cornrow. One global
that
cornrow.
Spherical.
Yeah, my little cousin had that. That's what the little homegirl's little cousin used to get back in the days and shit. Just that fucking just fucking wrap that. Just sit down for 4 hours.
That and then you sew the weave into it.
Exactly right. Yeah, but
Jalen
Brown balling. But yeah.
All right, so it was D-Lo.
I'm gonna keep it one word answers. Yeah,
right,
no.
AR-15.
AR-15. I think he's overhyped, but I think he's a good player. But
I think we need a little hype. I think of all, like, he's one of those players who shows up in the clutch. And
he does.
He puts on for the sake of putting on.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you need someone to start doing some wild shit.
Let me say this. I don't think he's overhyped because you're right. He does perform in the clutch. I think that he could do what you said about Luka. Tighten up, strengthen up, be a little bit more beast mode so that you're not looking so soft out there.
I think he's pretty fit as far as like his physical ability to perform. He's pretty fit from what I've seen. But also I think there's like a veracity, like pushing it a little further. I think if all the people, say for like LeBron, I would argue maybe is like second as far as just like, nigga, I'm showing up.
Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. I just don't want to see his peak be Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I do like Austin Reeves.
Yeah. Hachimura.
I like Hachimura a lot.
I like Hachimura.
I think they gotta unleash Hachimura.
Unleash. All right,
unleash him. He's a beast.
Quote my boy. Quote because unleash Hachimura.
Unleash Hachimura.
Go to our store.
I fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like I think he has like he has the fundamentals down. Mm-hmm. He has aggressiveness. He has speed. He has strength, and he'll nail a shot. You know what I mean? He's consistent with his shot. I fuck with it.
All right, Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish, he showed a little bit here and there, but I would have to give a pass on him. You know, like he just doesn't seem consistent enough. Mm-hmm. You know, he kind of like takes the back seat and then he'll do some things, but then kind of, you know.
I absolutely agree. I was gonna say, pretty much the same thing. You get a moment of explosiveness, or not even explosive, but showcasing what could be, but you're not really getting a lot of.
But he doesn't package it into like a complete kind of like
applied
contribution. Like I'm gonna like we just said, Hachimura, he'll come out. You know, you're gonna get, if you keep him in for 20 minutes, you know, you're probably gonna get, you know, close to 10 boards. You know what I mean? Maybe 7 boards, fucking 14 points if he's getting, you know.
Yeah, he can move the ball around.
Yeah, and he'll force it. He'll get to the free throw line a little bit. You know. But Gabe Vincent, you know, when he was in Miami, I seen little spurts of him. I'm not so hyped on him.
Excited,
yeah, I'm not really big on him.
Many rookies. All right, I'm gonna skip over some of these names. Christian Wood's
the tall dude.
Yeah,
I like him.
He comes through.
Yeah, he comes through.
I like him sometimes.
I think it takes a good coach to kind of like use him.
You gotta use him,
You gotta use him in the right way.
Scorer like that, I think you just gotta put him in the right place.
Put him in the right position.
Yeah, get him to do something. Hachimura's average 13, 4, and 1.2. Yeah, he needs more time. He needs to play more.
For sure. You can probably put him in a position to get 20, 25 if you're doing a 2-man game. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, LeBron James will kind of suck up the ball a lot, and then people kind of have to play off of him.
The disparity is clear. If LeBron's getting like 26 a game, D-Lo's getting like 24 a game.
Exactly.
And AD is getting like, what was AD getting? Hold on.
AD was getting 24. I think D-Lo's getting like, what is he, 18 or something?
Yeah, so you see the hierarchy. 27, 24, 18.
Yeah, D-Lo's getting $1 million per year for every game that he gets, or for every point he gets per game.
Everyone else dropped off to like a 6, 5.4. Like, you have 3 niggas doing all the scoring. Austin Reeves is 15.
Right.
Rui's at 13. So it's like literally your starting 5 in order of scoring.
Right.
And I think that is a disparity. If you distributed that scoring time to more of the team, we might get more out of it.
Yeah.
LeBron.
And there's people that score while having the ball less. I feel like Hachimura, you're not going to see him out of the post, right? I mean, out of the top.
You don't see him dribbling a lot.
You're not going to see him dribbling a lot. He's going to get the ball and he's going to make a move. shoot or pass.
Yeah.
So you know there could be a efficiency gap with someone that's scoring just as much or even more compared to someone like that.
Maybe that's what the plan. I mean, this is a lot of speculation, big maybe, but like maybe that's the plan with the rookies. It's like these are our movers to put the ball in place for the actuators, the people that actually do shit.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Without getting too lengthy into that was pretty. There's a lengthy roster, but
last person though.
Oh.
Bronny James. What are your thoughts on that?
Stats.
Yeah, we haven't really dove in on that topic.
Yeah, I mean, this is the golden time. This is the big ask, right? Like, what's up with that? Like you said, this is in the making. Obviously, he said it on record once wanted to play with his son. Backtracked and said it's not a priority for me, but like it was like a rumor about a movie. Like, you know they're gonna put Wolverine in the movie. It was like fucking Flacco. They're like,
he already
Ron James. I was like, damn, nigga, look, we were going like. No, they got right to it.
Yep,
and it took a lot of air out of the room. So they're also like, you're gonna call him dad? Like a bunch of goofy shit. I was like, well, come on, my nigga.
A lot of cornball shit,
bro. Yeah, can you shoot?
Yeah,
you know, how's your heart? You know,
right?
Like, not even trying to be funny, but like for real, like how's your health? Like, what, you know, talk about what's important.
For sure, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. You know,
hope that shit like wears its welcome fast. I hope the commentators aren't like, and there's dad taking the.
It's just like they have no choice when
that's what it's all about, though, right? That's what it gets you angsty about. It's like, man, I know you're gonna do that stupid shit too, because it's like, why? There's so much money, so much stuff.
Oh yeah, and there's power players in the background that are like, shut up. We don't want negative commentary around this. You know, like if you're at ESPN,
I paid all this money for my shit to go smooth.
Yeah, we're making this happen. And the reality of it is like I think we're coming from a standpoint of purists once again, where it's like, hey, we want to at least have the idea that everyone that came into this shit was because they were elite from where they came from. Right. They were head above everybody else. Right. This wasn't no fucking nepotism. Even
there's someone from Bronny's team camp somewhere adjacent to him who's better.
Oh well, he wasn't even the best player at Sarah Canyon,
That's what I mean.
He wasn't by far the best player at USC. So you're really and not to say he couldn't grow.
No, that's what everyone said. It's like, bro, let him play in college. Give him more time.
Right. Just go through the normal process as opposed to leapfrogging.
It's not like you're not gonna make it to the league.
You could still make it, right? Like I think he's a good player, but the reality of it is that I think that we're used to growing up where everyone that made it to the league was like a freak of nature, right? It was like this guy is really fucking good. He was the best guy in his state, right? Like it was only the best guy in the state.
Yeah, no, he's freak of nature in the most positive light too. Right. It's like, what you do is just like
we've never seen. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, now it's I think
Derek Fisher, the buzzer beater, does they go, what?
Exactly.
What?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, even that rivalry with the Celtics where we went back and forth in the finals and I remember that roster, the Celtics roster, bro, as a Laker fan. Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Garnett, Big Baby, Glenn Davis, Kendrick Perkins,
Allen, it's not Ray Allen.
No, Rajon
Rondo, and then what's the guy that was guarding Kobe a lot, number 42? Was it Ray Allen?
It might have been Ray Allen.
I think
Ray Allen was the light-skinned bald head nigga versus the darker skinned bald head.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot his name, but Allen was his name, but he was like a great
defender. Did he break a record that finals? He had like 13 threes in a row.
Who, Kobe?
Ray Allen.
See that Ray Allen's
9 or 10 of them in a row.
I was talking about a different player. But Ray Allen, he did some shit
bro,
like that.
Like you said, freaking nature shit. It's the finals, bro. Right. We are all on the edges of our seats, losing our minds. This nigga's in the zone, bro. He's like a fucking samurai. He's coming up, nigga, just splashing.
He's a problem.
We're fucking pissed.
Oh my god. Are you talking about 2008? Or that was the year they beat us in the finals?
Yes.
Yeah, that was like a night.
Bro, I did a fucking flip over the back of my couch, bro. I was heated.
Oh my god.
I could not, but I said there's no fucking way he's gonna make another.
Oh, he was fucking shooting our eyes out. shooting our eyes, and I was in a room full of.
Bro, you're watching the score. I'm like, this is fucking astronomical, bro. They're up like 30 points.
Oh my god, that was depressing.
It was depressing.
I was in Atlanta,
and they were deliberately feeding him. Like, you see them trying to get triple.
And they were setting up the same little move. He come off the screen.
Nigga, left wing.
He was the Curry before Curry.
Yes, bro.
Just murdering it.
Left wing outside. Just stand there, bro.
But I was watching that shit with some fucking people from the East Coast in Atlanta.
Okay.
And they were fucking happy. They hated the fucking Lakers.
Yeah.
And